The Daily Purge. Yes, indeed. Tuesday already. Can you believe it? Moving on out, moving on up, and moving on out. It's time. Time to get started, right? I have calls every day, as you know, and I speak to a lot of people all over the world every day. And most of the time, it's someone who's selling something, getting investors, seeking investors, all these different things that they need to pitch something, right? And there's a lot of philosophies out there and a lot of models out there on how to pitch, right? On your 30-minute or your 30-second elevator pitch or the PPR, problem product resolution, or all these things, right? That people talk about. Oh, you got to say who you are. You got to say where you're from. Nah. I mean, if that works for you, fine. But I can tell you one thing, is that if you want to, bonjour, monsieur, hello, Olga, Frank, hello. If you want to be different than everybody else, I mean, if you don't want to be different than everybody else, then go out there and do what everybody else does. So that's all I got to say. If you want to be someone who sets the standard at a higher frequency, at a higher vibration, and people look at you and go, why is this person different? Then you got to be different. But it's got to come from inside. And that's an attitude, right? That's knowing who you are, certainty, you know the book. And I would venture to say that anyone who's read the book who hasn't nailed their 2-word moniker yet, you might want to do that because it changes your life. And I'm not even kidding. All right. I know we're all busy. We have things to do, places to go, people to see, bills to pay, all that kind of stuff. But this will change everything for the better. Number one, right? Once you realize who you are, seriously, truly, and not just what you think you are, but truly who you are, then you're going to embody everything that you talk about. So, hey, Adam, how you doing, brother? You're going to embody everything. Everything you comes out of your mouth will be certain. Why? Because if you read the book, you're living according to HIT: honesty, integrity, transparency. Honesty is how you step into the world with. Transparency is how you step into the world with the honesty, and that's your ongoing reputation. So people will know you as someone like that. Hello, Dominic, my friend. How are you? Best insurance guy on the planet. This guy squared me away with life insurance. Incredible. Thanks, brother. And that will keep you kosher. And what I mean by that is, because you're operating by HIT, you won't, and you're not going to be congruent with your own beliefs and your words. When you're talking to somebody, you'll immediately hit it and be like, I see. Okay, I better do something right here now. So it's about getting yourself straight first, and then you can sell anything. And here's how. And I'm going to tell you this over and over and over and over again. How God wants us to live in the world. As simple as that. Okay, Saeed, that's some people's way to go for sure. I believe we're all made in the image of God, and we're all one in the God source and all these kind of things. There's different beliefs on every single thing. So I won't go into it, but anyway, we are basically ourselves, if you know what I mean, right? So we are ourselves, and we decide, right? In the name of ourselves. Okay, long story. I won't get into it here. It's probably too deep for some people. It would take too long to try to explain it. Anyway, so I can go through creating space. You all know what creating space is. It's the most powerful concept in the book, showing up wholly and fully for the person in front of you. No preconceived notions or cookie cutter solutions. You're just making it happen, right? Showing up, truly caring, wanting to do one thing and one thing only. That's the intention of adding value by solving problems. And here's the trick. Not the trick, the tripwire, where 90% of the people that I talk to F it up right here. They'll do all that I just said. They'll do the creating space. Everything will be great. And they'll feel like, oh man, I feel really close to these people. And then they're going to hammer down with an offer or something to sell or something to buy according to what they want and not according to what the client, customer, or whoever it is wants. That's the biggest issue. Moving too quick, presenting something you don't even know what it is, right? What they need, if it fills their needs. So as I talked about a million times before, you want to go in, talk to these people. I ask 5 questions. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. If it's M&A, if it's investments, it doesn't matter who it is. I ask 5 questions. What's your status? Where are you at right now? What are your challenges? What have you done to try to overcome those challenges? Why do you think that didn't work for you? And where do you want to go? So now I know pretty much basics. And then I want to dig into the separate areas. I want to find out where's the emotional hook, because people always do things emotionally. Outside, they're logically, tangibly. Inside, they're emotional. So you want to have that both. You want to have both. So now you have all the tangible stuff, maybe a little bit emotional, and you just want to have a conversation for real with absolutely no thought about closing a deal, a structure, selling, absolutely nothing, as if it doesn't matter, even if it does matter, right? You can't worry about the sale. The last thing that you need to worry about in a sale is the deal structure, closing the deal, which color to pick, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's about fulfilling their need for a solution. What is exactly that solution? Let me try to give you an example of what I mean. So two people go to a guy and they want to, this guy wants to sell his company, for instance. One guy's like, oh, I'll pay you top dollar. Got everything you need. Here's the structure of the deal, just like you want it. Good to go? Good to go. Okay. Other guy, me, would come in. I know that he doesn't want to leave his business. And I know that his wife is forcing him to. So I'm going to do him and me, as friends now, a favor. I'm going to say, you know what? I need you in the business for about another 3 years, only part-time. And I'm going to pay you out over the next 3 years. What this will do is it will allow me, exactly, Dominic, it'll allow me to not have all this money up front. It'll allow you to stick around in the business a little bit like you wanted, and I'll pay you out over 3 years. So you got a 3-year ramp down period. The more I pay, the more equity I own, and the less you own. And at the end, you're paid out. Everything's fine. And you know what? I'll even give you 5%. So when I do exit, if I sell it again or whatever, I'm going to give you 5% of that. What do you say? Who do you think he's going to pick? Even if he could have got the money up front with this other guy who's just some square peg, or this guy, me, who's taking care of him, what he wants and what his wife wants, and securing his future. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. I structure the deal according to what they want. It's the same way when you're looking for money. The biggest mistake that people make with pitch decks is they go to investors. Hey, look at me. Look at my pitch deck, right? You always go to investors first and say, hey, what kind of investments do you guys do? What kind of structures do you work with? Are you pre-revenue, post-revenue? What do you guys do? And what's your favorite thing to do? What's the percentages and all this kind of stuff? When you find that out, you go out and then you structure your deal according to what they wanted. And guess what? They're going to be like, holy shit, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. Hey, Rick, what's up, brother, man? And so this is how you sell anything and everything. You are the person that talks to the customer or the client in front of you and finds out exactly. I'm not talking about building rapport, mirror and match, and I'm not talking about all that stuff. That's all old school. Yeah, it can work, but it's all old school, and it's calculated. It's not real, right? It's not you. You don't automatically mirror and match everybody in front of you every time they're talking. You just don't do it. So what's real for you? Real is, I care for you, man. I care that my business with you comes out on the up and up, and we're both happy, and no one's upset. Everyone gets what they want. That's what I care about. And that's truly what I care about. I will bust my ass to make sure that happens. And when they see that, and I don't have to say that because they feel it. I mean, I've had deals where it's like, you know what? I see this is really painful for you. Would you like to take a break, or maybe we'll come back another time, or I can pull that all together. What's best for you? And they're like, oh no, thank you. No. Okay, and then they'll get to the hard part. Like, you know what? It's been such a tough 2 years. I really haven't a time. My wife had cancer, and then it all comes out. It just comes pouring out, and then you can really help them get what they want and feel good about it. Most people are selling. Did you see the insert sports team play last night? Oh, yeah, exactly. Rick, oh Lord, right? Then you can actually solve their problem and give them that emotional support that they're looking for through your solution. You know how amazing that is? When you can help someone with whatever it is that you're selling or buying, and at the same time support them emotionally, a person you may never see again, right? That's what we call radiant value, friends. And that's how you raise the vibration of the planet. Right? That's how you raise the frequency of the planet, one person at a time, one deal at a time, one interaction at a time. That's how you do it. You don't do it by going out demonstrating. I'm sorry, right? You don't do it. That's not how you change. You change person to person. Of course, we need, you need a level of everybody. So you need the fighters, you need the front end guys, you need the back end guys, you need the around the side guys, you need the vibrational guys. So you need all these guys and gals, right? You need all these levels. So these are the kind of things that how can I say this? So when I talk to someone who wants to do one of our programs, right, it's never even crosses my mind if they're going to buy or not until they're actually buying or not. It never even crosses my mind because I'm there to solve, okay, what is it you need? Where do you want to go? Why do you want to get there? Why is it so important? What's your deadline? It's just what is it? And why are you in that mindset? What is it in that mindset that has you stuck? Where can I get you? And I will make sure that that person will have the best experience. Look, I mean, and I do this all the time. I just give you an example. Okay, so I was on Clubhouse with Lauren Resnick, and we were doing a live on why powerful women should make decisions, take risks. About 500 people in a room. One woman was listening, wrote me and said, "I love what you said. Can I talk to you because I have something that I want to talk to you about?" She said, "Okay." She wrote me and said, "Okay, pharmaceutical company, pipapo, we have a patent. We'd like to get evaluated and see if we could sell it to somebody." Right? And I said, "Sure, okay." Now, me personally, I don't do that. But that doesn't matter. I wouldn't say, "Okay, I can't help you," because I don't do that. I'm a consultant or I'm whatever, I said, "Sure, I'll find a solution. Give me a week. Give me a couple days." So I called someone else, right? Close to the family, so to say, and said, "Do you guys do this?" And they needed a day to find out if they could. And they said they could. So I hooked them up. But in the same time, I have a client with Lane in New York, and this woman is in New York. And I have another friend in New York from Clubhouse who people know, and she's in New York. And I said, "You know what? I should probably connect those three. They're going to have a blast." So at the same time, I connected them. I asked the first, "May I connect you? May I connect you?" I connected them. I connected her. I connected them to the team that's going to take care of the valuation. And that took me maybe an hour altogether over a 3-day period to do that. And what do I get out of it? Well, a board seat, right? Because they were just so impressed, right? So a board seat on one of the companies, on the company in the UK, commission, right? And they want me to help them structure another deal. Why? I helped them for an hour. Why would I even consider that? Because I went the heck out of my way to ensure that I addressed their actual problem and not just their physical or tangible problem. And she had other things that she needed in New York that I could get through my other two contacts that I got her. So you see what I'm saying? It wasn't just the one deal. It was the one deal. The emotional side that she wanted a little bit. She needed a little bit of this. She needed an event space. I knew who could help her out, all this kind of stuff. And it took me an hour. And guess what? It's paying off. But I don't do it that way. I don't do it that way. For that reason. I don't do it for that reason. I do it because it's the right thing to do. If you're going to call me, I'm going to take that call. I'm going to find a way to help you. If you don't call with an expectation of freebies, then I'm going to get upset. Like, no, come on. You can't come in here and ask me to do shit for free. Let's talk. See if we can find a solution. Maybe I'll find someone to help you out. If you can't afford me, we'll find somebody else, that kind of stuff. Right? It's that conversation. If I'm creating space, I'm wanting you to create space. All right. And I do it every single day. Yeah, Jared, they do focus on symptoms because they don't know anything about how to disconnect that symptom from the actual problem. So they think the symptom is the problem. That's where I come in. I'm a digger, boy. I'm a digger. So there we go. That's how you sell anything. And I mean anything. It's literally how you sell anything. Just talk to the people. Just talk to the people. The biggest mistake that people make is they're nervous when they go in because they're like, what if I don't know the answer? So what? You know what you say? Hey, I want to write that down. I want to get back to you on that so I can have the precise answer for you. That's it. Next. That's all you got to say. Okay? I'll get with my team or I'll get with my partner or whatever it is, and I'll get back to you on that. All right? All right. Sounds like a plan? All right. Did the same thing. Digital space, diagnose problem, fix problem. There you go. All right. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for tuning in. We started out high. We dropped down low. I guess I bored the shit out of somebody. But thanks for sticking around, you hardcore watchers. I love it. It's fantastic. I wish you a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. And remember, it's all about quality of life. Bye-bye.